Right, guys, it's official. Eben Etzebeth has been given his ban. Finally, after days of waiting to see what was going to happen, his ban is finally out. And 12 matches, 12 match ban. I've got the whole thing here, all the things that had to happen, all the mitigation, entry points, aggravation, and final sanction. So let's go through it together. I'll pop it up on the screen so you guys can see. So it says here for entry point, there's three categories: low end, 12 matches; mid range; then top end. So this was considered a mid range entry point. So 18 matches was what they were kind of looking at. And it was ticked for intentional, so they believed that it was intentional. It was intentional. Obviously, it could have been accidental in the eye, but it was still intentional to have that aggression, which is unfortunate because Etzebeth is an amazing player and he's one of the Springboks' most important players, and I'm one of his biggest fans, and it was just it's so unfortunate that this had to happen. So obviously no head contact, reckless not ticked, which is interesting. Player injured, at least the player's not injured. A vulnerable player, the player was not vulnerable. So it's ticked for intentional but for entry point. And then for mitigation, the mitigation takes it down from 18 down 6 games, which is why it's probably 12 now. Guilty plea, yeah, so he pleaded guilty to it, has a good record. So for some people, I think some people think that Itabit has a very bad record because he's always getting into scuffles on the field and stuff. Well, not really that much anymore, but he used to. But I read something about, I think this is one of his first red cards in international rugby, or his second. And I think the last time he actually got like a card for something disciplinary like this was years ago. So yeah, he actually has a very good record, so that's accurate. Remorse, apology, which is good. So he apologized and he felt remorseful. I saw some things of the island clean out against Malcolm Marx where the player apparently didn't apologize at all or feel remorseful at all after the game. So it's in the shed, in the change rooms, Eben Etzebeth probably went and apologized. Good conduct. So he's had good conduct. I think that's what it means. He's had good conduct throughout his whole career, and he does have a good record. So 12 matches. So aggravation, 0 matches. So not a repeat offender. Need for deterrent or any other factors. So he's not a repeat offender. He doesn't often do this kind of stuff and get away with it. So final sanction, 12 matches. Matches unavailable are all Sharks matches. So Toulouse vs Sharks, Saracens vs Sharks, Bulls, Lions, Sale Sharks, Clermont, Stormers again, Lions, Bulls, and Munster. So Eben Etzebeth will not miss any international rugby. He will not miss any international rugby. So final sanction, 12 matches, Eben Etzebeth. Let's talk about it. So I think it's the right punishment. I do think it's the right punishment. 12 matches is a long time, but for eye gouging and stuff, yeah. I think like 2009 British National Lions tour, if Skalkberger right now had to go for his one, it would probably be a bit more. So it's crazy to see how rugby's changed. But yeah, there isn't any place for that in the game of rugby right now, or ever. It was very unfortunate what happened. Apparently, I've seen images going around that the other player also eye gouged, but apparently there was a statement released that those images were AI altered, which is just crazy what you can do with AI nowadays. That the fact that there was even that image going around, everybody thought it was real. I mean, I thought it was real. But yeah, Etzebeth has had good conduct. He's not a repeat offender. He actually has a very clean record. I know he might seem like the enforcer guy that always gets into fights. He might seem reckless or stuff like that, but he's not like a Bucky's Puerto that's getting red cards for headbutting people or really hurting people. I mean, that this is like a one-time thing almost. I don't think he'll ever do this again. And I think Eben Etzebeth, as much as you say he's the enforcer, he's more the enforcer in different ways on the field, more by his playing style, not by his style off the ball. Off the ball, he's normally actually very clean. That's something I've realized. He's very clean actually, and I think just because of those early scuffles, I'm thinking now back to Israel Folau when he pulled Dylan Later's hair. I'm thinking about Alan Alala in the Australia game. Not really. Those are like rugby scuffles, rugby fights. They happen, and I think this was just a bit out of the ordinary for him. So it was disappointing to see, but he's been given his ban now, and he'll come back stronger. He'll come back wanting to have a better season next year because, to be honest, it was not his best season for the Springboks this year. Or the Sharks. It would be good to see the Springboks actually play some good games with the Sharks because the Sharks need it, relying heavily on them. So, I mean, for the Sharks, it's a massive loss, but for the Springboks, it's not a loss at all because he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to play next year and probably in that England game because there's so many club matches anyways that the ban's just now for the Sharks games. I saw a lot of people joking, saying that he just wanted a nice holiday now and that he was fed up for the Sharks. Maybe that, but yeah, no, there's no space for that in our game, and it's good that the ban's finally done now. He gets his ban, his punishment, and then he can just go about his life now because this whole thing for Etzebeth was just dragged on way too long. It should have been dealt with that week that it happened. It should have been dealt with that week. I know when it comes to like the AI altered images and stuff, it takes a bit longer to prove are they like real or not, but obviously they weren't, and the other player didn't gouge back. So anybody that saw that was an AI altered image. Apparently, I read in the news that a few reports came out saying that image was. So don't think that the other player eye gouged him. So I think it's a fair punishment. He can now do his ban and then come back fresh. I mean, it might even be the length of the ban might be a good thing for him. I think the ban in general is not a good thing, but the ban length will be a good thing for Etzebeth to get some break, a bit of a rest, because he is one of the older guys now, and he just seems like he needs a bit of a break, especially when he plays for the Sharks. It just seems like he needs it. So he'll obviously be keeping fit and stuff, and yeah, he'll probably have, based on these band matches, he'll probably have a season length similar to the guys that play in Japan, the Japanese players. So yeah, very, very disappointing that this had to happen. As a Springbok fan, I 100% I agree with this. 12 matches is good. You don't want to see this anywhere in the game, but it is out of his character. It's not his normal character, so something must have provoked it, but we don't know that. So just happy that it's over and done with now, and that we can see Etzebeth again next year, and we can get through this. And just based on all the things I've seen with the laws and all the bans happening and the sightings, I just think that the World Rugby Board just needs to be a bit better with it. Like, some things are handled so swiftly, and other things just take so long to happen, and there's just everything can happen as quick as everything else. Like, it can just be a 2-day or 1-day process, get over and done with. You don't have to wait around for 2 weeks. So they could have handled it a lot better. Joe, guys, 12 matches. I know other guys that are banned. Jan Hendrik Wessels, is it Ryan Baird? Yeah, so it's good. Was it James Ryan? I can't remember which one. I think it's James Ryan. But yeah, a lot of bans going around recently. But I do agree with this one, and I think that going forward he won't ever do something like that again. And it'll be good to see Etzebeth get through this and see him play again in the Springbok jersey, because a lot of people were saying he needs to be banned for years when he doesn't. So yeah, that's his ban. 12 weeks, and the whole framework around it makes perfect sense, and I think the ban just shouldn't have taken that long. But yeah, it's a bit out for 12 weeks, and yeah, let's hope the Sharks can survive that. It's going to be interesting to see how they react without their captain. He is their captain, so yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Investec Champions Cup coming up. I'll be doing all the previews, all the reviews, everything around that, so stay tuned, guys. Thank you.